enter this field of ground-pounding modified madness to the safety of pit road. Ryan Preece, Cam McDermott bringing him to green.
Three-time World Series champion Ryan Preece, now a NASCAR Cup Series star, joins us on a Monday night for the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing and leads the field to turn 2.
Ryan Preece with the jump. Cam McDermott going to lock right onto that bumper bar into turn 3. He's in second. Battle on for third.
Inside is Austin Beers. Outside is Timmy Solomito. The battle for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Hirschman on the inside lane. Beers up the track a little bit. Able to kind of diamond off the turn and get a good run off of 2. Does Beers.
Everybody dipping and diving down the backstretch. Timmy Solomito drifted up the racetrack there a little bit, opening the door for Matt Hirschman in the 60. Can Hirschman get there? He's got the outside lane filled by Ronnie Williams in the 50.
Hirschman goes up the track, drops in line, running now in the 5th position, make it 6th as we're side by side. Here comes Emmerling to the low lane. Emmerling did not have the advantage of pulling a good pill when it came for the qualifying invert for the race. Fastest qualifier starting in 7th, but a 59-lap race. Plenty of time to get to the front.
Oh, that number 7 pill was very beneficial to Ryan Preece in the 40. Preece now pulling away to about a car-length gap over Cam McDermott in second. Boy, this battle, a gaggle of cars going at it for 6th, 7th, 8th, and on back.
The pace is furious early on. 5 laps will be completed at the line this time. Ryan Preece leading the way. His advantage, a couple of car lengths now over Cam McDermott, Austin Beers, Timmy Solomito, and Ronnie Williams. Second place up for grabs. Here comes Beers. He looks good in the 179.
I thought Beers might have had a little bump draft there from Timmy Solomito going down the front stretch, and he dove out of line. Couldn't quite capitalize right there, but right now, that 179 car handling very well, able to get that power down these long straightaways here at New Smyrna Speedway.
McDermott having a nice run right now in the 2nd spot, has been able to put a car length, but that evaporates in turn 3 on entry as the 179 trouble for the first time. Norman Newman, one of those involved, Hatton the other. Newman in the 11, Hatton, 2-time 602 modified.
McDermott now on the front row, bringing us back to green.
Preece has chosen the outside lane, spinning the tires as McDermott. They don't stack up behind him. Nice job by the cars that did not check up. I believe that's a Lutz car, number 14, that's off the pace, didn't go back in the field. We're still green.
Everybody dipping and diving to avoid Cam McDermott right there. Everyone doing a good job, and now here we come charging off of turn 4. Ryan Preece picking up where he left off, and look at that jump. Austin Beers has got to take over second, and he's brought Timothy Solomito with him.
I believe it was Jake Lutz in the 14 that did not go right away. He ended up getting the car going. He has fallen in line in 22nd position, so he lost several spots. Watching the battle now between our top 2 qualifiers. Patrick Emmerling in the 1, Ronnie Williams in the 50. There's Goodale in the 58. There's a few names right there we've seen race for a long time here at the World Series, and what a run by Williams into 3.
Boy, Ronnie Williams in the 50 has been so strong here over the years. That visit to victory lane has been elusive, but right now he has driven past our fast qualifier tonight. Ronnie Williams moving up into 7th. Driving past Patrick Emmerling. Emmerling back to 8th, and now the battle out for the lead. Preece up the racetrack. Here comes Austin Beers in the 179.
Beers for the top spot, working by Ryan Preece in turn 2. Has him cleared. Beers into the number 1 spot. Man, that 179 car is fast.
Austin Beers was fast here on Saturday night, qualified well, raced well, ended up in the top 10, and right now, look at the 66 car. Timmy Solomito running really strong here in the early going as well.
Early on in this 59-lap event, 11 complete. Solomito closes on the leader. Beers now. 2 car length advantage over Ryan Preece, who has fallen to 3rd. Kopsick running in 4th. Lutz in 5th. Craig Lutz has charged from 10th to 5th. We said it'd be interesting to watch him work his way from the 10th starting position, and he's already picked up 5 spots as we complete lap 13 at the line for Austin Beers, the leader.
Craig Lutz always, he's like Ronnie Williams, always one of those drivers who charges toward the front. That visit to victory lane has been elusive for him over the years as well. And look at this, Ronnie Williams, we just shouted him out. he's going to give up a couple of positions down the backstretch. Don't know if there may be some issues with that number 50. He's down to the inside. Yeah, problems on the 50 of Ronnie Williams.
Yeah, and you think maybe some sort of a problem in the drivetrain potentially for the 50 of Williams, as he seems to have lost power. Back to the battle for the lead. Austin Beers has it. Solomito wants it. They have pulled away from third place Ryan Preece. Cam McDermott had that rough restart, has settled into the 6th position, just ahead of top qualifier Patrick Emmerling. Emmerling started this race in 7th. That's where he still runs. There's Lutz trying to make his way back through the field in the 14 after not going on that previous restart. Lutz fell back to 22nd position. He has worked back up to 17th, so he's on the move toward the front, picking up some of the spots he lost on the restart.
There's a good look at the 19 car, that Richie Evans throwback. And you know, if you turn the number 19 upside down, it reads 61. Very good-looking race car right now, and he is in the thick of the battle, Jeffrey Battle, in the thick of this battle for position. There's Jake Lutz in the 14, trying to race his way back up towards the front of the field. There's Jack Baldwin in the 7 car. His brother Luke had a great run here the other night, and he said, you know, I was on the radio talking to my dad trying to figure out what our tire strategy was, and I couldn't hear him call me to pit road. Had I come to pit road, I think we would have won that race.
It cost him several spots.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he still rallied for a good run, led a lot of laps. He was top qualifier. Luke Baldwin having a great race in the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour on Saturday. Watching nose to tail single file, Catalano peeking to the inside of Roby, deep in the field. Roby currently having the 20th position. Tyler Catalano running 21st. Good green flag run here. Watching Lutz lead this battle. 46, Craig Lutz, left side of the screen. He is closed on Stephen Kopsik, who runs in the 4th position. So Lutz continues in the right direction. Started 10th. He's going for 4th now.
And there's Eric Goodale, our 8th fastest qualifier. Just missed out on that invert. Top 7 were inverted. Eric Goodale missed that by 1 position, but he has tagged on to the back bumper bar of our quick qualifier tonight. There's Patrick Emmerling in the 1. And look at that 36 car right there to the right side of the screen there, ever so briefly. Good run here in the early going for Dave Sapienza. Dave Sapienza, as we get the report from Jesse Punch down in the infield. Ronnie Williams, engine issues, sidelining him early here tonight. Tough break this early in the week for one of our championship contenders.
Second quick in qualifying earlier for Ronnie Williams, and falling out of the event with the issues. This race, laps clicking off quickly now. We'll see these tour-type modifieds tonight, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to determine a World Series champion. Saw Matt Hirschman hit the cone earlier. He's shown right now running in 24th position on the lead lap as he tries to make his way back through the field, but it's a tough go of it with this big field of tour-type modifieds.
There's a good look at Austin Beers. We talked about his run on Saturday night. Qualified 2nd, finished 5th in the WSoA Modified Tour season opener. He runs extremely well on these big, fast racetracks. He's got 3 career WSoA Modified Tour Series wins on the big 3/4 mile track at the Richmond International Raceway. He's got a pair of victories on the big flat 5/8 mile Lancaster Speedway up in Buffalo, New York. So this type of racetrack fits his driving style, and right now he is pulling away ever so slightly from Timothy Solomito, who is having a great run in that 66 car.
Here's one of the younger drivers in the field of tour-type modifieds at just 21 years of age. He's having a nice week. So strong on Saturday night, the 64 car, now working traffic. It goes to the outside of the 71. James Pritchard moving down out of the way of the leaders as they make it by, as Solomito stays within striking distance with 30 laps to go.
Still a long way to go here in this opening round. for the Tour Type Modified Championship. And here we got a battle for position. Cam McDermott in the 8. We saw him all kinds of sideways on that restart. Gave up a handful of positions. He's about to give up one more. Here comes Patrick Emmerling charging to the inside of the racetrack down into 1. He's going to take the spot away.
Emmerling makes the move. McDermott falls back to 7th, Emmerling up to 6th. Maybe it's go time now for Emmerling. And I'm telling you, if he doesn't get a yellow, I don't think he'll be able to make it happen. He's kind of been riding in line. Not sure how much he's been racing 100% at this point because of 59-lap race. There's Goodale in the 58, running 8th, looking for 7th. McDermott going in the wrong direction after making the invert. Maybe a slight bit of contact down in turn 4. They continue on with 27 laps to go.
You know, we are deep into this green flag run here. Most of the cars on the racetrack set their fastest lap, 2nd lap of the race, 3rd lap of the race, 5th lap of the race. We are now 33 laps in, and we're, 28 laps into this green flag run. These lap times have dropped off almost 3/4 of a second. You know, tire wear does tend to be an issue here on these long runs here at New Smyrna Speedway. And look at this. Austin Beers closing in on Matt Hirschman to put him a lap down.
So remember qualifying, and he was the only driver that went faster on his first lap. 2nd lap, he was slower, was Hirschman. Probably an issue now, we start to say, as he is about to go down a lap to the leader. Matt Hirschman struggling with that number 60 car. Some sort of an issue for the Northampton, Pennsylvania driver, 5-time champion of the World Series, and so many wins in Tour Type Modified competition. There's Ryan Preece in the 40 car, running in 4th right now. Led a couple of laps early, started this race from the pole, going around Christopher Hatton, a car that's down at least 1 lap, moving out of the way.
You know, I had such a great visit with Matt Hirschman's father, Tony Hirschman, at the Performance Racing Industry Trade Show a couple of years ago. And all of the accomplishments that Tony Hirschman had as a driver, he said, you know what? All of that pales into comparison to what my sons are doing in racing right now. So proud of what Matt has done on the racetrack in his own right. Not Matt Hirschman's night tonight, but I will guarantee you at some point throughout the course of this, probably tomorrow night, that 60 car will be up to the front. Look at this battle for position. Patrick Emmerling to the inside of Ryan Preece.
Patrick Emmerling maybe was riding a little bit earlier in this race because now he's on the move to the front. He has moved up into the 4th position. He could run out of time because right now he shows about 4 seconds behind the leader, Austin Beers, who is still laying down some really good laps at the front of the field. Beers' lead over Solomito is 0.8 seconds. There is the leader. Working heavy traffic. Roby on the inside. Going down the lap.
See, the thing about working this traffic, it's going to slow Austin Beers down as he catches these race cars. But eventually, Solomito, Kopchik, Emmerling, they're also going to catch these cars and have to work their way past. We'll see who is able to work these cars more efficiently. And look at this. What a tough break for Timmy Solomito. Those cars just a lap down, now battling for position amongst themselves. This is going to cost Solomito a lot of time on the racetrack.
Beers already had a solid lead. It's going to get even bigger now. Beers' lead last time by at 0.8 of a second. This time will be even bigger. He has cleared much of the traffic that Solomito still has to go around, and the lead has grown to 1.1 seconds. Preece on the outside lane. His car not to his liking tonight, just a little bit off. As Lutz makes it by, he's had a nice run up into 5th now for Craig Lutz.
Of course, Ryan Preece making the transition over to RFK Racing, teammates with Brad Kozlowski and Chris Buescher. Looking to have a strong start to their 2025 season. He loves coming back and doing these World Series races. He loves hopping in these modifieds, loves hopping in a super late model whenever he can do it. This helps keep him sharp for that day job on Sunday afternoons.
To be real, Ryan Preece is a modified racer that just gets a chance to drive in the Cup Series
Absolutely.
too.
Absolutely.
And hopefully he'll get some luck to come his way. A lot of bad luck in the Cup Series, even in events that he's been pretty strong. We're now less than 15 laps to go. 14 left for Austin Beers. His lead is up to 1.59 seconds.
And it is great to see this 179 car have this type of a run. That car, always in competition down here at the World Series, always a factor for a top 10, maybe a top 5 every now and then. Good to see that 179 car get out front and just run away. Austin Beers having a fantastic run here tonight. Now within sight, perhaps, of the checkered flag. 47 laps now complete, just 12 to go.
But one thing he does not need is a yellow. He wants this to stay green, because if it does, he's in great shape. His lead has grown to 1.8 seconds. Austin Beers looking for his first World Series victory at New Smyrna Speedway, and he's got a fast 179 car.
Yep, 1.8 seconds now, 2 seconds the gap over Timmy Solomito in second. And Solomito having a great run in his own right, but he has got a mirror full of Steven Kopchik, and they're about to have their hands full. Patrick Emmerling slowly reeling these two in as we're getting down to crunch time here now. Almost closing in. We will next time by on the 10 to go signal. Just 10 more circuits around here at New Smyrna to settle our first race of the Tour Type Modified Championship run of the 59th running of the World Series of Asphalt.
Battles continue among our top 5. Kopchik has moved into the number 2 spot. Solomito back to 3rd. Emmerling in 4th. Lutz in 5th. But if anyone wants to have anything in the final 9 laps for Austin Beers, they're going to need some help from a yellow flag. His lead has grown and grown. It keeps getting bigger as this car has been good on short runs and this long run. 2.4 seconds the lead for Austin Beers.
It's like he's gaining about 0.2 of a second per lap, even when he has to deal with race traffic as he is right now. There's Jeffrey Battle in the 19. Ooh, Solomito a little sideways there off of turn 4. He has given up that second position to Steven Kopchik, and now Solomito facing some pressure from Patrick Emmerling in the other number 1 car.
Solomito's car was pretty good for the first half of this race. It has faded a little bit. Oh, and that's maybe why. Way free on corner exit with Solomito on the exit of turn 4.
And you have to believe Solomito may be driving this car beyond the capabilities of that right rear tire right now. This distance, this race distance, we've talked about this 59-lap race distance, and all of the divisions will have a 59-lapper throughout the course of the week. It's not quite an endurance race, but it's not a sprint race. It's not a 35-lapper. You have to manage that right rear tire just a little bit more than you would have to on an average night here right now, and I think Timothy Solomito might have abused that right rear just a touch, trying to keep Austin Beers in sight here tonight.
Kopchik has closed the gap to 2.3 seconds, but that's only a tenth that he's taken off over the last few laps. Leader Austin Beers coming to 3 laps to go. Still working traffic. Glenn Stiers in the 0, next to go down a lap. Stiers currently running 25th in his first Tour Type Modified race.
Stiers going to make a move around another lapped car as now he's going to give way to the leader, Austin Beers, to the outside. Beers wanting an uneventful 2 more trips around New Smyrna Speedway. Just 1 mile of racing yet to go, and Austin Beers will claim his first ever World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing feature victory. All alone down the backstretch. Coming into turns 3 and 4, he will be looking at the white flag. Final time around for Austin Beers.
Last lap for Beers with a 2.3 second lead. Clear racetrack ahead. He can almost bring it home, coasting from the middle of the backstretch. An impressive run tonight for the 179 as he brings home his first career World Series victory. Northampton, Pennsylvania's Austin Beers victorious at New Smyrna.
What an impressive performance by Austin Beers, and a great run tonight for Steven Kopchik coming home in second. Patrick Emmerling, our quick qualifier, working his way up from 7th at the start to come home in 3rd. Timmy Solomito and Craig Lutz in the 46, rounding out the top 5. But look at this, a dominant performance. He had a great run here on Saturday night, backing it up with a stellar performance to claim career win number 1. Austin Beers parking it down at Victory Lane.
What a run. You pass a guy like Ryan Preece for the lead. you close and nearly lap Matt Hirschman. The funny thing about this is Matt Hirschman, we saw him right in front of the leader. He ended up staying on the lead lap. So he pulled away at that point when it looked like he was going to go a lap down. I think he was being patient not to go through the field, tear up his race car. When he saw the leader coming and the field had spread out, then he picked it up. So maybe not an issue with the car for Matt Hirschman, as we thought when he was about to go down a lap, because he stepped it up at that point. As Austin Beers and this team will celebrate in victory lane, we send it down to Jesse Punch.
Austin Beers has his helmet off. He's getting ready to climb out. As you guys said it, I mean, he is one of the up-and-coming talents, quickly making a name for himself on the Whelen Modified Tour. A 3-time Tour winner. He has 9 poles on the Whelen Modified side, and tonight he becomes a World Series of Asphalt winner as well. Very excited to hear from Austin Beers, the 22-year-old from Connecticut, that 179 parked here in Victory Lane. Austin Beers is your winner tonight in the Tour Type Modifieds. Austin getting awarded here in Victory Lane. The Cigar Man Tour winner, Austin Beers. Austin, congratulations on the win tonight. You had blistering speed, managed to beat out Ryan Preece there at the beginning and then run away with it. What was the key to being so quick and dominating tonight?
This team did an awesome job all day, just getting this car, the way it needed to be for the long runs, and how we perform with, these long runs here on Mondays usually happen, and we were kind of prepared for that. And we just kind of ran our own pace, just kind of tried to keep Timmy at a safe spot, and then when cops had got there, I kind of had enough room with all the lap cars, and just kind of maintain my gap and hold on.
You had a great run on Saturday with the Whelen Modified Tour, led a lot of laps, and then now coming out here and getting the win. What is it about this racetrack that works with your strengths as a driver?
I don't know. I think maybe how wore out it is. I think I gave the race away, personally on Saturday. So, I was kind of waiting for a yellow again, just like Saturday, to, kind of give me a chance to give it up, I guess. But no, this team did an amazing job. Thanks to USNE, all our partners, Dan Siding, Jensen Motorsports, everybody that helps on this car.
Congrats on the win, Austin.
Thank you very much.
Didn't get it done Saturday, but he comes out tonight and has a